All right, chat. If you have Overwatch things, link them to me. What is this game directory? I'm not playing a game. We are reacting. And it feels good.
What is Seagull doing? I fucking hate Seagull.
Here you go. Dude, today is a weird fucking day, chat. It is weird.
Look at the size of
Oh boy.
Hi chat, our goal this stream is going to be maximum stun lock. Pepe laugh.
It is. Without a doubt.
I fucking hate Seagull.
Here's the developer update blog. All right, I'm on it. We're opening links. I'm getting ready. God damn. I just can't believe it, chat. It's so weird. It is genuinely so weird, man. I'm even turning on the cam for this one. It's been a hot minute. It's strange out here, chat. It's very strange. Pog? Yeah, Pog, dude. So, we actually have Overwatch 2 news. For once, chat. Once in our miserable lives, Overwatch 2 is actually have news. It's very strange. MacWin UX 67-month resub. Thank you, man. Who is this guy? Where are his eyebrows? They're on the screen. Can we get an eyebrow check in chat? Can we get a quick? I see him. They're there. They're there. 100%. 100%. I saw him. No doubt in my mind. He even has his Genji shirt on. I unironically have a Genji shirt on,
Tested
dude.
positive for COVID.
Dude,
so stuck with the computer for 5 days. Time to
Don't
get
worry
fat
about it,
before
boys.
Sig fat.
I fucking hate Seagull.
Yo, corporate merc, that sucks. And also, yeah, take care of yourself.
I fucking hate Seagull.
Probably is a good time to order groceries instead or order food at that point. Good luck, corporate. So what do we have, boys? What do we have, huh? Let's see. We have what else? Where is it? Chat, it's time. It's actually time. Look at this. Oh my god. Overwatch 2 developer update, dude. The actual dream.
I fucking hate Seagull.
I get to react to Overwatch 2 news, and it's 4 minutes long. First off, though, you know, this is their tweet, first off, all right? And obviously, I'm not logged into Twitter or anything, but Frosty Cold, thank you for 6 months. Overwatch 2 PvP begins late April. New heroes, maps, and modes. Beta sign up. It's been 0 days since the last Overwatch 2 update. Have you not watched it yet? I have actually not watched this yet. Believe it or not, I have not actually watched this yet. Because I saw it and I've just been it's a little bit weird, right? It's a little weird. The first time viewing experience, it is. And there's more I can hop into with this stuff, but dude, I want to see this. I want to see this. Let's go.
Hello, heroes of Overwatch.
Hi, Aaron.
The team has been making great progress on the development of Overwatch.
How you doing,
Daily
Aaron?
play tests and feedback have given us confidence that we're creating something you're going to love. At the same time, we want to get the game in your hands soon, which leads to why I'm here today. But
Don't worry
before I
about
get
me,
to
chat.
that,
I'm just enjoying
I want
myself.
to thank our players for your continued support. We recognize we haven't communicated well,
That's an understatement, Aaron, but let's keep going.
haven't kept you up to date, and honestly, we've let you down when it comes.
Ah, it feels good. It feels good right now. Woo! Let's go. Don't mind, dude. I'm chat. If you expect me to watch this video in one take, you just fuck off. You're
What
done.
is Seagull doing?
This, it feels good. The fact that the devs are openly admitting that they fucked up feels good.
Honestly, we've let you down when it comes to delivering Overwatch content.
Ah!
We hear you, and we're committed to more continual updates.
Okay, we'll stop right there.
We recognize we haven't communicated well, haven't kept you up to date, and honestly, we've let you down when it comes to delivering Overwatch content.
That is all. I love you, Aaron. That is all. All right, all right. Now that we've gotten through the apologies, you know, I just wanted them to accept and publicly say something like that. Like, yo, we fucked up. Sorry for abandoning your favorite video game for 2 years. As somebody who actually genuinely loves the franchise, it is very satisfying to hear that. As a quick apology, to be like, yo, my bad. Now, what are you going to do about it?
We hear you, and we're committed to more continual updates on all things Overwatch 2. This starts with my update to you today. Based on your feedback,
Okay, before we keep going, they've said this before, right? About a year ago, they said this, that they would have more communication with the Overwatch community. And so I want to believe.
we've taken some time to rethink
I want to
Overwatch
believe.
2.
And also, well, I mean, to be fair, okay, they did say it, and then immediately Blizzard became an internal shit show. Everything comes out about all the sexual harassment, everything else internally, right? That comes out. And then they also had COVID before that. Like, yeah, sure, they had a lot of shit go down. So, you know, cut them, you know,
with the singular goal of
I can
ensuring it
understand,
is a
but
living
also you
game,
got to prove yourself.
serving our players with
Okay, whoa, I missed that line. Scroll back. I can't miss a single word, boys. You don't know when this next update's going to come out. We can't miss a single word.
Based on your feedback, we've taken some time to rethink Overwatch 2 with the singular goal of ensuring it is a living game, serving our players with exciting content on a regular basis.
Regular
And
basis.
we are shifting our plan for Overwatch 2 to enable you to play it sooner.
Okay.
This starts with us decoupling the PvP features of the game from the PvE systems so we can bring you PvP sooner.
Okay. This is actually more interesting than what most people think, because I don't think people fully realize the scale at which they have been building the PvE game. Like, ever since they first announced Overwatch 2, I have publicly said this so many times, and I can't even know, anybody who's watched my stream regularly knows my rant on this, that I essentially consider Overwatch's future as a franchise to be PvE. Like, I consider Overwatch PvE to be the competitor to Destiny. And I think for Blizzard, that makes a lot of sense. Because Overwatch, I mean, dude, the guy in front of us who's giving us this presentation right now is the person who made Stormwind in World of Warcraft. All of the old top-end devs on Overwatch are old MMO devs from vanilla World of Warcraft, right? Pog, yeah, a lot of people don't know that about Aaron Keller. A lot of the high-end devs on Overwatch, like Jeff Kaplan was, you know, obviously the public face, right, of the Overwatch team. It's like, hey, I'm Jeff from the Overwatch team, stuff like that. But that entire dev team is. And so I've said this for many, many years now that the moment they start talking about a PvE game, I'm very, very interested in what they had to do. So them decoupling the PvP from the PvP or PvE means that like, yo, this PvE stuff is taking a hot minute. We better try and get something out because we've accidentally abandoned our core player base for 2 years. Whoopsie. So, all right, let's go.
This includes the new 5v5 team format, new heroes, new map.
Jeff Kaplan's in charge during TBC. Jeff Kaplan was also game director during Wrath of the Lich King until midway through Wrath, I believe. I want to say it was until ICC or Old War, and then he moved to the Titan team after that, I want to say. Also, sorry, we'll continue. This is more of a random rant.
Game mode, significant hero updates and reworks, and many new gameplay features, including, for example, a new ping system. When you put it all together, this represents the most new content we have brought to our game since launch.
True.
Let me take a moment to share how we got here. A few years ago, we made the call to focus our team's development efforts almost entirely on Overwatch 2. And as development of the sequel stretched on, it meant that the live game received less focus.
Yeah. We noticed. Well, it's tough because so the call I think back then, chat, was, can we get PvE out the door and build this PvE idea up? And if you guys remember, they actually delayed Echo's launch for, I want to think, wasn't it? So Echo was originally scheduled to come out BlizzCon 2019. They then delayed Echo by a few months. I want to say maybe 4 months. Didn't it come out? Wasn't it March 2020 or something? It was April 2020. Okay. How do you remember that? Wow. Well, dude, I know you're memeing because it was a long time ago, but anyway, traditionally heroes came out on that very strict schedule, and so it was delayed. But to me, it felt like that delay was specifically because
I fucking hate Seagull.
they were trying to just sort of, I don't know. Echo was also technically a very complicated character. I remember they said they ran into so many bugs during her development because she could copy characters and this and that. They thought it would take a lot less. It's been 2 years. The most amount of content, yeah, sure, anything would be technically most compared to no content. I feel like that is, so let's actually go over that, because I will shit on the dev team all day for not updating in the past 2 years, but I think if you look at Overwatch as a whole, it's actually released quite a lot of updates that are not specific to characters. So revamping the entire matchmaker from random queue into role queue, and then also entire new game modes and custom maps like Workshop, the entire Workshop mode. How about all of replays? Like they've done a lot of really heavy back-end work while Overwatch has been live. On top of their very traditional, if you guys go back, I want to say they, up until 2020, they never changed this cadence. I want to say it was, they always released 3 characters per year, and I want to say it was like 2 to 3 maps per year. And it was so strict, you could actually count down to the week they would release it. I don't remember exactly when that was, because it's been a while and I don't remember the weeks, but that used to be a thing. And so, I think it's, yeah, sure, compared to normal current day Overwatch, or let's say modern day live service games, that is relatively probably still close to standard. For a lot of like live service games these days, they would just, I don't know, like when they say they're trying to bring back Overwatch and they know they messed up with PvE and all this other stuff, it gets complicated because they also have to rebuild all the trust they broke by basically abandoning their core PvP audience for 2 years. And then also, they also now have to compete in a world where all of their competitors are updating a lot faster than they ever did, right? When Overwatch released in 2016, what was their main competitor? If you think about FPS games, PUBG. PUBG released like a year later, dude. Well, you had like on launch, you had TF2 Paladins Battleborn. A year later, you had PUBG. A year after that, you had Fortnite. A year after Fortnite, you had Apex. And then Apex. Then after, You know, you go down the line of Fortnite, Apex, wait a year, Valorant. And now you have games that are constantly fully live service games releasing tons and tons of content. And now in the future, Overwatch is going to have to actually compete with that. And it's interesting because let's keep watching, because I'm kind of going on my own rant here. And we'll double back by like 10 or 15 seconds because I forgot the point of the video even that I'm on now. Most games release updates every 3 months or less. Yeah, most games have seasonal models that they just drop, and they just, you know, basically every game kind of works the same from my experience. Maybe not every game. League of Legends is actually its own special category that I don't fully know because I don't play League of Legends, and the people who descend into League of Legends kind of never come out. So I think like we'll have to send in like explorers into that realm of the internet with like some rope and like pull them back at some point. Preferably someone who's played Dota, so that way, you know, they can resist the urge. But yeah, they're a little bit weird over there. Every 2 weeks for League, I think. Yeah, they have a really weird patch cycle in League. I don't fully understand it. And also, like, I don't know if they even have how often they drop their versions of characters and stuff. It's weird. But anyway, as for FPS game competitors, let's say that, right? Most games release, every 3 months, I want to say? It's usually like 3 to 4 characters. My biggest one would be Apex, because I think Apex gameplay wise is probably the only. I'm trying to think what games would even compete with Overwatch that they would have to compete with would be Apex and Valorant. Valorant is much more competitive to Counter-Strike and TAC FPS like Siege. Apex is the only thing that has faster gameplay. But anyway, ranting too long. I need to get through this video, guys. I need to see what the hell he's saying.
The new push game mode, significant hero updates and reworks, and many new gameplay features, including, for example, a new ping system. When you put it all together, this represents the most new content we have brought to our game since launch. Let me take a moment to share how we got here. A few years ago, we made the call to focus our team's development efforts almost entirely on Overwatch 2. And as development of the sequel stretched on, it meant that the live game received less focus. It meant that we were no longer delivering on one of our core values, to support our game by updating it and delivering content on a regular basis.
True.
Today's change in approach enables us to deliver frequent PvP content to the live game with the goal of far exceeding Overwatch's previous rate of content release and making the live game the most vibrant and dynamic PvP experience anywhere.
That is so interesting that he says far exceeding the previous, because remember, they were just far exceeding 0. Well, of course, he's not talking about the last 2 years. He's talking about Overwatch prior to that, right? Which would be previously, they launched 3 characters a year. And also kind of depends on what you define personally as content. And the hardest balance for stuff like this is how do you continue producing content at a rapid pace to feed the beast of players who want more and more content no matter what, without burning out your dev team. And so there's always like a give and take. And that's, I think, one of the biggest problems with live service games. Like, for those who actually don't know, Fortnite, when it was first blowing up and they were releasing constant updates at the very beginning, there was a lot of articles that came out about crunch at Epic Games. People were talking about devs doing like 70-hour weeks and stuff like that in order to just pump enough content. Obviously I don't know how they are nowadays. That was back in like 2018, so quite a long time ago. But they had to scale up. And so now what Aaron is saying here is a very, very big claim, right? The claim that we want to basically increase our output compared to what even we had before. Before, we were getting 3 characters a year and we're getting like a few maps a year, right? And they want to do even more than that and then compete with all of the other live service games. It's easy to say it. It's another thing to do it, which is going to be, we're going to have to wait and see, huh? A new FFA map every month, hooray. Okay, but like I said, content is obviously different person to person to an extent. Like, what do you value? I think the community will mostly value characters over anything else. But even still, nowadays, like, I remember Jeff Kaplan saying that they had to do a lot of work internally on their pipelines to get those updates out. Yeah, and I remember there were there were interviews with Jeff Kaplan actually early on after Overwatch 2 was announced, where he talked about, remember the phrase live service cadence, where he was extremely excited for Overwatch 2 because it represented that they could actually go fully live service and compete with all the other games in terms of update speed and everything. And so it looks like Aaron Keller is going down, the same path. Because I want to say that Jeff Kaplan interview was like years ago at this point. Anyway, let's continue. But it is a big claim, and it's obviously very, very exciting, right? Even if they do manage to have so much content, one of the biggest problems Overwatch has had historically is balance. That's a different topic. So like, I think there's quite a lot to talk about in that category. So basically, that's part of what I'll call the execution. Like, you can say you want to release a ton of content and do all that stuff, but one, you have to rebuild the trust with the community because you basically abandoned the game for a couple years. You didn't really abandon it, but you're working on Overwatch 2 behind the scenes for so long that the player base does feel abandoned no matter what. And then also simultaneously, if you're going to increase your content and maybe potentially increase your hero release schedule, you need to somehow come out with heroes and characters that make the game feel good to play. And also line up. And what's interesting so far, we're halfway through this video. They haven't talked about it yet, but previously they've been very adamant in the previous Overwatch 2 dev updates. And I will say, by the way, whoever is in charge of Overwatch 2, like marketing and communications, please do better. I do not understand. Like, I, as a hardcore Overwatch fan, have to struggle so hard to understand what Overwatch 2 is so often. And I hope it changes. Because realistically, from what I've been able to put together, is Overwatch 2 was supposed to be a PvE PvP game. And then you're like, no, wait. This PvE stuff is taking too long. All right, let's launch PvP sooner now, I guess. And now they're like, yeah, we're doing a beta update. Like, we're doing a beta in a couple months in April or whatever. And anyway, let's continue.
In that spirit, I'd like to share that we are beginning Overwatch 2 PvP testing this week with a closed alpha containing many of these PvP features, as well as a new hero Sojourn. The alpha will be run under NDA and be limited to Blizzard employees and key partners like Overwatch League pros as they get ready for the next season.
Good luck, Overwatch League
I'm also
pros.
excited to announce that we will be opening the first closed PvP beta in late April, so we can start testing this content with more players. If you're interested in participating in this upcoming beta, please visit playoverwatch.com. Following that first beta test, we are planning additional public PvP beta testing later in the year, which will include new features, new maps, and yes, new heroes. I want to come back to how...
So, I'm going to exit this for a second. Because, honestly, this graphic, I'm not a fan. I'm a fan of everything. Heroes, plural. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're a random person who's just gaming, and like, I have very conflicting feelings about this. He said new hero. No, who cares about what he said? This is what I'm trying to talk about right now is, it's very, very, I have two huge conflicting feelings, which is, okay, thank God that we can finally play the video game soon. Right? But also, wow, you're finally, after 2 years, showing off some content, and you're showing off one character, 4 maps, some hero reworks, push, and a new ping system.
I fucking hate
When
Seagull.
it is put in this way, this just looks like a balance patch. 2 years, 1 character. 2 years, 4 maps. That's the meme. That is 100% the meme that people are going to say. And it's because it is. And the worst part is, they're hiding tons, not hiding, but they have tons of characters that they're just sitting on, right? Because realistically, they've been working on everything in Overwatch for years, right? So absolutely, what their plan is in this case is, let's just drip feed the content. You give them like 1 character here, and then remember they said multiple betas. So then you're just gonna be like, all right, so give them some other characters over here and over there. And then what I'm concerned about is it kind of waters down the experience of, I'm really concerned that people's first impression of Overwatch 2 is going to be, oh yeah, this game is a nice balance patch. It's going to be cool. And it makes, it doesn't have the same impact. It just doesn't feel as good. I kind of wish, and obviously this is from my perspective, and this may be a stupid as hell idea but what I would prefer is you just go full Apex mode. You just say, yeah, so Overwatch League is on Overwatch 2, and they're going to only have access to the game like 5 days before they play. And everybody walks in. You have a beta weekend, the weekend before Overwatch League, and you just drop everything at once. Like 5 news characters, like 5, it was 6, 8, I don't fucking know. And you just drop all these new characters, all these new maps, all the reworks, and say nothing. Imagine how chaotic that would be. Imagine if they didn't even tell you any of these reworks were here. And then they just dropped everything. I think that would be so much more hype than the drip feed PvP beta strategy of, yeah, we'll show them like one new character here. We got another beta, give them another character. That would be fun, like playing a new game. That's what I'm trying to get across, right? Because the way they're presenting this PvP beta is presented like a balance patch. And to drip feed you the content over so long feels weird after you've been in the dark for years. And so when you're in the dark for years and your first thing you come out with is like, hey, you can finally play Soldier, and that character we showed off 2 years ago, it's like, I am very happy I finally have something, but also, what the hell, guys? Like, I wish you were doing everything at once. At least give me more to hype up. You know what I mean? I wish I could hype up more. And also, I'm still extremely excited about so much more than what's even on this list, because previously what the Overwatch devs have talked about is actually more of the long term, right? This, and do you know, me bitching about this is like a very short-term problem, right? I'm like complaining about the presentation of a beta. But at the end of the day, what's going to make or break Overwatch is their content in like the next 6 to 8 months after release. So they're going to drop Overwatch 2 in one. They better have a shit ton of new characters. They better have a shit ton of new content. And I assume they're going to, because they better. What else have they been doing for 2 years? Unless they've just been all in on PvE, but there's no way. They better have a ton of characters, let's say. And then they have to prove themselves to the community over that time period with actual consistent updates to back up what they're saying and putting out here. And if they can do that, like, they're good. And I truly believe Overwatch could very easily make a comeback, because there is still nothing that plays similarly to Overwatch. But they have to actually make content regularly, not fall into weird design creep, and yeah, there's a lot of potential things that they could still mess up on, right? So, lethal amounts of copium detected. Is it? Chat, this game has barely posted anything in years. What other game doesn't release content for 2 years, comes back, and it has 60,000 likes on Twitter in 4 hours? I don't know, man. Like, the Overwatch as a universe and as a franchise, dude, is really, really, really big. It is really big. I don't know. Like it's already number 14 on trending. Like, you're probably going to get even higher. I don't fucking know how YouTube works. But I'm trying to give you, a general, yeah, imagine watching the video. True, actually. Wait. Let's watch the rest of this video, guys. There's only a minute left.
Yes, new heroes. I want to come back to how we started this conversation, improving our communication to all of you. We know you are eager for more information. As I stated earlier, starting now, we will be communicating much more frequently about our plans.
Sure.
During and after each beta, we'll share updates about what we're learning, changes we're considering, and what we'll look to test next. We look forward to working with you to make Overwatch 2 amazing together.
I'm actually a big fan of this idea that, okay, wait. I need to see exactly what he said.
As I state, communicate more about our, We'll share updates about what we're learning, changes we're considering, and what we'll look to test next.
That is actually really interesting because it's almost like collaborative dev in a way
From
where
a
they're
strictly PvP perspective, under OW1's old content cycle, wouldn't we be due like 9 heroes and 6 maps? So OW2 PvP beta at least should match by its final playtest. Otherwise the hype is dead.
yes. Although I don't think it'd be 9 heroes. Right? They release 3 heroes per year. Okay? So Echo was originally scheduled to come out BlizzCon 2019. It was pushed to March or April 2020. The 3 heroes per year from that would be at least 6 or 7 characters. By their previous dev cycle is the minimum of what I expect in Overwatch 2. Which is why it's so weird to then see they're finally dropping Overwatch 2 PvP beta news and they go, hey, we're only going to show you 1 new character. That to me makes me feel really weird. But also the what they're describing here, by the way, of being much more open about everything they're testing and also being much more open with the community is, I'm actually genuinely very interested in this. Because I don't know, Overwatch is kind of shit the bed on communicating and getting their message out. For example, when they were initially talking about the 5v5 changes, like, I want to say, I don't think I was live streaming at that time. I was on break, but that entire live stream, I watched it quite a few times, and essentially everything that I've been able to piece together about Overwatch 2 is we want to go to 5v5. We want you to be able to solo carry more because we think our game is too teamwork centric and it leads to people getting frustrated. And on top of that, we're going to reduce CC and we're going to reduce healing. And we're going to bring back more FPS mechanics. That is everything I've been able to put together about Overwatch 2 from everything they've ever publicly said. And I don't know why they just don't come out and say that. It's really like, if they just came out and said that, in theory, that sounds pretty good. You just come out and you're like, yeah, guys, we fucked up. We didn't like update the game for a couple of years, but we think Overwatch 1 has some core problems. We're going to try and fix in Overwatch 2. We're going to try and make the game more FPS, a little bit less tank and shield, a little bit less stunned, and we hope you have more fun with it. And I kind of wish they just came out and said that.
Now, we will be communicating much more frequently about our plans.
Oh, but what I was trying to get to, as back to the original point, of them having these PvP betas and taking feedback and being much more open to the community on that stuff, I mean, I hope that's in the future. You know, they're much more open about their goals and everything else too. So
during and after each beta, we'll share updates about what we're learning.
All right, wait.
As I stated earlier, during to make overeating year for Overwatch, we'll share updates
during and
about
after
what
each
we're
beta.
learning,
So it's all going to
we're
be central to these beta periods. So it almost sounds like actually that each beta period is going to have its own special build. And so it's like this first PvP beta is going to have like 1 new character. And then maybe they go AFK for a few weeks and they drop a giant patch and then they drop new characters. Like, how many periods are they talking about?
Why not lock rank to 6 stacked teams? Seek derp.
If the game was terrible solo queue, why not lock rank to 6 stacks? Xenia, I don't know if you guys actually remember, by the way. Overwatch back in the day, the developers actually did not want to create solo queue. It was actually a debate among the community in early Overwatch beta. You had to convince the developers to release solo queue because they strongly felt that like as a ranked experience, it was best as a team, which they aren't wrong at all. I like, in retrospect, solo queue is absolutely like, you need a solo queue in a ranked game, but also ranked solo queue Overwatch is definitely a little bit depressing a lot of the time. So I mean, they eventually did it, and like, obviously it was probably good for the game, but yeah, I mean, Overwatch was a very team-centric game, so no matter what, you get the depressing games of like, well, early on it'd be like, yo, can you go tank? And then they fixed that by adding role queue, and then it was like, yo, we got a Torb 1 trick, and people get mad and this and that, but it's whatever. That's classic. You get that in every game, right? That's just how it works. But yeah, I'm genuinely very interested in the massive amounts of communication around these beta periods, because what he's describing here is that they're going to have multiple beta periods, which then makes me wonder, when the hell is this game supposed to come out? So it says PvP beta late April. Okay. So when does the next beta come out after that? And then when does the next beta come out after that? Because if this is late, like, next year, no, I don't know, man. I'm getting a little bit spooked. Later this year? Are they committed to this year? PvE is 23 for sure. Dude, I want them to take the longest of times on PvE. I genuinely want them. Okay. I play a lot of video games, right? And so my personal favorite universe right now is the world where Bungie left Blizzard, and like Blizzard went to Overwatch and was like, yo, want to make Destiny but Overwatch? And they were like, yeah, we can do this. And they just did it. I would love for them to do that. The Overwatch universe is so cool, and a PvE system. Oh my God, I would play that so much. Anyway, that's my personal theories, dude. I would love a full PvE Overwatch down the line. It would be so cool. And obviously not like Destiny. I just mean like an MMO FPS. So basically Titan. Yes. Yes. Someday, yes. You just want loot, you goblin. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Considering,
all right, let's continue.
and what we'll look to test.
Your dreams will never come true. Mods, ban him.
We look forward to
I'm
working
just
with
kidding.
you to make Overwatch 2 amazing together. This is going to be an exciting year for Overwatch, and we're looking forward to taking this journey together. Thank you for your dedication, your passion, and your patience. I can't wait to see players in our alpha and future beta builds, and of course, the entire team can't wait to get Overwatch 2 in your hands. Thanks for watching. Be good to each other, and we'll talk soon.
Aw, man. Woo. Okay, what other details we got? In this video, by the way, I would sum it up as, we're going to talk more. And the most important part of this video to take away was around here, where they
Let you
apologized
down
for letting you
when it
down.
comes to delivering Overwatch content.
God bless. And also the
Overwatch
third part,
feedback.
which
We've
is
taken some time. It is to
rethink Overwatch 2 with the singular goal of ensuring it is a living
Singular-
game, aka not dead
the
pog.
goal of
So over here, serving our
content
players with
on a
exciting
regular
content on a regular basis. This is what I'm interested in. Very, very interested in this. This is the most important thing for Overwatch.
And we are shifting our plan for Overwatch 2 to enable you to play it sooner. This starts with us DP. This enclave.
Where's the part where they say
new
new
push
content than faster
and
than ever before?
Put it all brought to our game. Look how we efforts and stretch game.
Might have been way
longer
early.
than one content enables us to do content on a regular basis. Delivering content on a regular basis. Today's change and
You missed
approach
it? Yeah, I think I skipped it. I think it was over here.
and we're committed to more continual updates on all things Overwatch 2. This starts with my update to you.
The most important thing is they are committing to regular updates again for Overwatch PvP. And that is something. And not only the same as before, but they want to exceed it and do more than ever before. So we'll see. But PvE mod check, it seems very obvious that they want PvE to like push out into the future, right? They want it to be way out there, and that's okay. They are committing to regular updates. Fuck, that's a good one. They are committing to regular updates again, parentheses, in several months after multiple betas. Not wrong, but also, yo, come on, we're trying to have some hope over here. This is you're getting me, man. Several months after multiple betas, probably for the rest of the year, perhaps after release. They'll stop. Have some hope, dude. But again, I do want to like cover this. Apex is currently destroying them content wise. Do you think Overwatch will try to do the same? Yes. Chat, I think if you are someone, if you come out like this in a developer vlog and you come out publicly and you say, they specifically even were comparing to other games. They want to update and be as fast as like their competitors.
Based on your
Yeah,
feedback,
they probably want to
we've
update
taken
as
some
fast as a
time
game
to
like
rethink
Valorant and
Overwatch
Apex.
2 with the singular goal
Look at this singular goal of ensuring it is a
of
living
ensuring it
game.
is a living game, serving our players with exciting content on a regular
What is
basis.
Siegel doing?
Exciting content on a regular basis. This is the industry standard for stuff like this is stuff like Apex, Valorant, Fortnite, whatever.
And we are shifting our plan for Overwatch 2 to enable you to play it sooner. This starts with us decoupling
Yeah.
the
For the most part, by releasing this video, they are committing to it. Yes. By releasing this video, chat, they're all in. Like, they have to actually update the game. Like, you're going to get... I'll talk about this more because I'm just going to keep ranting about it. But this, I'm still genuinely confused. Because to me, I feel like the push for Overwatch 2 should very strongly be from these developer vlogs. Like what I was saying earlier of, hey guys, you know, they're basically like, hey, we know we fucked up. We're going to patch the game faster. And also the PvP betas with builds coming soon. That's cool. But this doesn't give you the feeling of a sequel or like what they're trying to do or accomplish. This looks like a giant balance patch. And to normal everyday gamers, that's exactly what this is going to be until you actually show what you have. And so I really, really hope that they, you know, do that at some point. I want to see what they have. And I know I'm very antsy about this because I want to make sure that, I mean, I love the game and I want it to be successful. And it is absolutely the general community consensus among anybody outside the Overwatch community. If I go to, if I talk to any of my friends about Overwatch 2 as an example, it is 100% the general perception that Overwatch 2 is just like a PvP expansion, or sorry, a PvE expansion that like oh yeah, they cut a tank so the queues would be faster, and then like they just added a couple characters and that's it. Like that, because they've done such a horrible job marketing it. And so if you want to actually market the PvP side of the game, they need to show the new direction they want to take PvP for Overwatch 2, which isn't just the one new hero and 4 new maps and 5v5. It's the commitment to making the game more FPS-y, less CC, and actually reducing the amount of tanks and shields and everything. But they don't say that. And I'm just lost. Why don't they just come out and just say that more? But streamer, now you can push the cart backwards too? Oh my god, dude. Please. I had no idea they were even doing that. Well, yeah, they've come out and said that. They saved Overwatch. Oh no. But yeah. No one wants to admit being wrong in this industry. They just did. No, they just admitted they were wrong. They even apologized. They're like, we basically fucked up. Like they just did. I don't like they took responsibility for it. They said they know they fucked up. I'm just telling you, I just think that selling Overwatch 2 as this doesn't feel good. As a fan and like one of the most diehard fans of the franchise, like, dude, I played this game an easy 10,000 hours. Like I was a pro gamer in it. I spent years playing this game for 12 hours a day. Like, even to me, releasing a beta like this doesn't get me that hyped. So what the hell does it look like to someone who's like a normal person who isn't that invested in the Overwatch franchise? That's what I'm trying to say is I wish that they made it more hyped. I know what they're going to do, and it doesn't really matter that much because in the long term, this won't matter, right? This won't matter at all. In the long term, they're going to either make or break the Overwatch game and franchise on their content. How much they do it, is it good or not? That's it. I want a hype trailer. Oh god, dude. You just reminded me of the trailer. I mean, listen, the last time they did a hype trailer like this, man. Okay, chat, what was the BlizzCon trailer? So okay, chat, someone pull up the BlizzCon trailer. Someone pull it up. 2019. Okay, 1 second. Blizz is 0 hour cinematic YouTube Overwatch. All right, give me a second. I need to pull this up. Okay. The last time they pulled out a very hype cinematic, dude, the Overwatch 2 announced cinematic, 17.5 million views. Woo! All right, big. Okay, let's take a quick peek at this, and I'm just gonna skip to the one moment I remember more than anything. Where is it? You ready for this?
Hey everyone.
Ice to
Wait, just wait.
meet you.
What is Seagull doing?
Good to have you on board.
Thank you.
Monsieur, does this mean Overwatch is back?
Yes. Yes, we are.
November 2019. All right. That's what I remember from this. All right. So I'm just saying, you know, I've been hyped up before. I am a cynical boomer now. They've been taking their sweet ass time. It's tough. It's been 3 years. I mean, it's been like, I don't know, 2 and 4 months. It's almost 2.5 years, dude. We were so young and innocent. Yes, we are. Cuts to this. Woo! Oh man, game's tough. You remember how they released Sombra? Okay. What I'm trying to say is, you know, just I've been hyped up before. You know, my heart has been hurt before. It's been the casual 2 to 2.5 years ish since that trailer when they were like, Overwatch is back. Oh! And then everybody's pogging out. Everyone's like, oh my God, we're back. And then they just go dark for a year or two. And then now we're here. Over 2 years later. And I can finally play that character I saw in that trailer. Just let it be known, boys. All right. God damn it. We're too old for this. No, I'm just a cynical old man now. Jay, you know I turned 30 years old soon. That's when I dropped dead on the internet, I think. It's tough. Do you reckon that we'll keep all betas on PC only? Yeah, actually, it says here PCs or PvP betas on PC only right here. Also, not you. That is extremely kind of you. Thank you. Oh no. And there's Blizzard Andy B for 5 months. Welcome to the cynical old man club. Andy, I heard your DMs are being absolutely slammed since they announced the PvP beta today. I hope you're having a good day. I am truly excited for this. No matter how cynical I may be, I am very, very excited for this. I will have you know that, chat. Answer my DM, please smile. Yeah, Naltz wants into on the Overwatch 2 beta. He's a well-acclaimed pasta specialist. Yeah. Thanks, smile. Yeah, I got you, Naltz. Don't worry. I actually don't, but I tried. Well, what do we do now, chat? Is there anything else we should go over with regards to the announcement and everything else today? I think here's the TLDR. So Overwatch 2 is just a balance patch now. Oh God. See, that is exactly what I'm talking about though. See, people like that walk into Twitch chat and they just start typing. Overwatch 2 is just a balance patch, only one hero, lol. Overwatch 1.5, lol. 4 maps, 2 years, lol. You know, it's so easy, dude. It's just so easy. And they just set themselves up so easily, man. It's tough out here. Just a little trolling. I'm just sitting here. Oh, I can't wait to play Sojourn, that one character they announced 2 years ago. I can finally play it, you know. The worst part is they set themselves up for this, for all the trolls, to make it look as bad as possible. But what I'm really trying to say is they're sitting on a lot of content and they're drip feeding it beta by beta. And I hope by the time we get to play the whole thing, that it is truly insane. That is all. I really hope we get there. But seeing this is tough. And I'm really going to have to play it to see if it fills. I think I tweeted something like, when you show off the first impression of a game like this, I hope it doesn't look like a balance patch. And then everyone just writes it off. That is all. That's all I got. Later this year, I think they worked longer on just trying to make the game fun by reworking 30 heroes. I mean, it says right there, hero reworks, Orisa, Doomfist, Bastion, Sombra. But that's just reworks. They would actually have a ton of just general changes on top of that, probably. Do you remember how many characters they added during Overwatch 1 beta?
Look at the size of that thing.
INB4 Sojourn is more stupid than Echo, and the maps are worse than Paris Pepe laugh.
Okay, that's the true cynical take. All the heroes are going to come out, they're going to be broken. I will never have fun ever again. Overwatch beta was fun as heck. I'm trying to remember the original Overwatch, but also Ruse, thank you for the 500 bits. I'm trying to remember the original Overwatch beta. What the interesting part about Overwatch beta was to me was actually they released a cluster of heroes at once to really fuck up everything, which is why I think I'm so biased against the one hero of Sojourn, of just like this idea that we just drop the beta and do this one character, because I remember playing Overwatch 1 beta and I was one of the few people who was in Overwatch 1 beta. And so I remember specifically they added, I want to say, wasn't it Mei, Genji, Diva all at the same time? And it was insane. Like it was a little bit of everything. And so I would hope that we as a community can experience that type of insanity when Overwatch 2 finally comes out, or in these beta periods, right? Where that's the way you make the game feel like a sequel. You just throw a ton of shit at me simultaneously. You don't let me play like one hero, then one hero, then one hero. You're like, no, here's like 5 characters at once, and it'll be cool. I remember the hero reveal shows, the gameplay trailer for Diva Mei Genji was so hype. Yeah, and so I hope they hit that. Yeah, but we'll see. Legit question, Siegel, is this beta just what we saw when the pros played back then, but with Sojourn? I don't know. I mean, it says here, it has these reworks. They did have the Bastion rework in on that Overwatch League build, right? And I think they also had the Sombra one in, but I don't think Orisa or Doomfist were in that build, right? So you can kind of put it together off that. They only had Bastion, Sombra, but no new character, and I think only one map they played on. They were disabled. Oh, interesting. So Orisa, they couldn't actually play. Gotcha. Siegel, you've reminded me, after the initial announcement, we were led to believe Hanzo's brother was dead. And then when Genji called Hanzo brother in the trailer at the second BlizzCon, the crowd went nuts. Oh, God. I mean, there's so much lore stuff they can drop, too. I mean, there's still so much potential for the Overwatch franchise as a whole. It's just whether or not they want to execute on it and actually drop the content, right? Doom might be a tank now from what we've heard. Well, yeah, I mean, they've said before, I mean, isn't this confirmation that Doomfist is a tank? So before they said, yeah, we're testing out Doomfist as a tank, and then they come in here and they say hero rework Doomfist. It's like, wait a minute. So that means he's confirmed now a tank? Oh, God, dude. Dude, every Doomfist one trick on ladder is in shambles. Oh, God, dude. They're just going to absolutely annihilate us. Maybe there's just 2 fists. Also, like Doomfist with like 2 fists is the DPS, and you have the Doomfist like 1 fist. It's the okay, dude, stop. Actually, no, ZP says, no, Siegel, they aren't in shambles. They're just going to be tank players and terrorize your ranked games. Not wrong. It's okay, though. Dude, I am annihilating everyone in ranked. And I don't mean the enemy team. I mean my teammates. So, I mean, dude, I log on to Overwatch. I mean, I've told you guys this before, but like, I mean, obviously, haven't played that much Overwatch in the past couple years, right? Because they stopped updating content. I think I stopped regularly playing Overwatch late 2020, maybe. And so, for the most part, I haven't actually played that much Overwatch. I would get urges to log on and just play Overwatch, and then I'd play for a few weeks, but then there would be nothing too different than the last time I played. I'd be like, okay, I got my Overwatch fill, and I'd step back and come back. And I think that's actually the healthiest way to play a game that doesn't have nonstop updates. There's actually quite a lot to talk about in terms of like, how much do you guys feel games should change and versus not? So I come from Valve Games, and so we didn't really get updates.
Look at the size of that thing.
So
In 5v5 VAR and Hammond are literally throwing because one tank? What about the Rain rework with cancel charge? Won't Mercy be bad because one tank potentially without a shield?
see, all the things that you're talking about are looking at stuff from the Overwatch 1 viewpoint a little bit. It's just going to depend on all the balance and numbers more than anything else. You just have to wait for the game to come out.
What is Seagull doing?
Numbers pog. Yeah, like, don't you guys remember when Winston first launched? His bubble was 1,000 HP. That thing was a tanky boy. I think now it's like 600 or something. And Winston's still pretty darn good. Bastion also had a shield. Zarya shields lasted for 4 seconds. Yes, they did. they lasted actually forever, dude. Oh god. Eli Kirk, told me Winston was the only hero that never got a nerf. Okay, probably after launch. I'm talking about beta. It's hard to say because there's a lot of differences back in the day. There should still be a sixes mode too, right? Like how we got open queue. I mean, sixes. I mean, so there's still a lot of fundamental changes here. Like we can nostalgia about Overwatch all day, but when I sit here and I think about Overwatch 1 versus Overwatch 2 and stuff like that, I don't know. I think 5's. I mean, early on, I talked about map and respawn design a lot, actually, in early Overwatch. This is something I never really talked about after initial Overwatch beta days. For those who don't know, Team Fortress 2, because I came from Team Fortress 2, had a very specific respawn system that basically would dynamically adjust your respawn depending on where you were on the map. And so you guys always know that 2CP feeling on stuff like Anubis, where like the enemy team's constantly respawning, running in over and over and over. And games like TF2, how they changed it was like, if the enemy team had to walk for a really long time, defense's base spawn, like not even over time, would just be increased by a lot to make that even. And so I always felt that they should do stuff like that. And people have always talked about 5v5 versus 6v6. That's always been a huge thing, right? So the problem with talking about stuff like this is it's all speculation because we haven't actually been able to play the game. And so as a result, the stuff like 5v5, the only thing that we can really say is 5v5 naturally means, and this is like the only thing, one, it's going to be easier to keep track of what the fuck is happening because there's 2 less people in the game and on your average fight, especially on the current map pool. And then 2, you will probably be able to solo carry easier because just by the nature of having less people around. And that's kind of it. Just simple maths. Yeah. Beyond that, the most important, okay, and let's be real, right? The most important part of being a 5v5 is very strict. Dude, absolutely most important thing. Queues will be faster. Holy shit. Tanks, we only need one of them, boys. We just got rid of the other one. We only need one now. So thank God we can all play the game a little bit faster. Rip Ryan Zarya, though. True, I'm going to miss a lot of the tank duos, for sure. That's not actually true. It's true, and you can't prove me wrong. Just make Zarya TPS. Maybe they did test that. Well, there was the what was that? There's passives now for each of the things that they talked about, right? I forget what it was. Dude, this is all the last. When was that 5v5 stream? Oh God, it's been a long time. Rip, one tank gonna get all the blame when they lose the game? Well, if any, I mean, it's gonna depend. Like, Overwatch 2 should be able to hopefully, in a perfect world, right, where like the ideal scenario is you lower the game to 5v5, queue times are faster, you give everybody a little bit more solo carry potential, and then everybody feels like they can actually have a bigger impact on the game. People will always blame each other, but just to reduce that pressure even a little bit would be so nice. It says healers have passive healing, DPS have more speed, tanks I forget. Well, tanks probably what's it called? Tanks got CC immunity. Yeah, okay, that's cool. That makes sense. Will we finally get a full scoreboard? I hope so. I actually would, and that's another big part, I think, is if you actually do go down that line of more solo carry potential, making it more FPS, even a basic scoreboard of like damage done versus damage taken, and then healing done versus healing taken, your average KDA, dude, like it, you know, you can have your score, then maybe have a like look at detailed stats after the game if you want. I don't know. I'm just giving you general ideas. I feel like the ping system is going to be pog. Yeah, the ping system, I haven't actually talked about too much yet. The ping system is going to be huge. I agree. You're on drugs, you think they're going to give you a scoreboard? Dude, wouldn't that be more proof of anything in Overwatch of the devs' philosophy changing to more carry potential? Just, there's no, okay, it sounds dumb. There is no better proof than if they had a scoreboard. Oh God, there's no way they're going to add a scoreboard. There's no way. I would, okay, there's a difference, I guess, between an in-game scoreboard and then, because you guys know how they do this in lots of PvE games, for example, right? Like, you'll go in and then maybe you can't see the damage as you're doing it, but then after you're out of the game, it'll show you the full stats breakdown. So that way, if you want to get toxic, you literally can't, because you can't bitch at them. You're not in the game anymore, but you can still
Quote
see.
from a forum post that I just read, I opened the video, scrubbed to see if there was any gameplay clips, and closed it after 2 seconds because there wasn't.
Yeah, there was no gameplay. We looked. I went frame by frame on that. Like Apex? Exactly, like that is exactly what I'm describing. Yes, just the Apex Legends style, like, you know, you're in the ranked game and you aren't sure if your teammates are doing much or whatever, and then you get out and it shows everybody's damage and you're like, oh, actually that guy did 100 damage and I had 3,000. Like, no wonder we're having a hard time. Now I feel better. I hope it would actually, I feel like, be really good if we added a post-game scoreboard. But Overwatch is more complicated than those games, right? Like, because it's not just as simple as Valorant or Apex, where Overwatch has always had this problem of like common gameplay, is what, I don't know what the actual word is, but it's kind of what I'll just call it right now, I guess. Everybody in Valorant shoots the same guns. Everybody in Apex shoots the same guns. Everybody in Overwatch, one dude's got a hammer, one dude's a hamster, one dude's got a jetpack flying around or whatever. Like, it's too much. And so it gets tough to break things down into statistics very easily. You know? The other's a monkey. Monkey. True. Scientist. Yes, scientist, chat. I just joined the stream. Can I get a quick breakdown and summary? I've just been ranting and reacting about Overwatch stuff for a while now. I did this. We reacted to this full thing. The TLDR of this video, from what I'm trying to remember, is we will talk to you more. Betas soon, by the way. Sorry we abandoned the game. We know we let you down. And then also, we will be releasing more content than ever before. And then over here is first beta late April with a bunch of stuff. No gameplay, no gameplay. And they also say something like, we'll talk more. Yeah, they said they're going to talk more around beta stuff. React harder. Is there anything else we need to react to? What else do we have? What else do we have? They split the community too much in Overwatch 1. They should be focused so queue times will fall behind, have draft 5s and open casual 5s, don't you think? Okay, I have no idea what you're saying. So what are the reworks? Orisa, Doomfist, Bastion, Sombra. The only one that we have a prediction on, we know the Bastion, Sombra. Doomfist we assume is going to be a tank. A season pass would keep this community alive. Okay, we've actually talked about this quite a lot in the past. This is another thing I think is very interesting when it comes to Overwatch, is if you load up Overwatch, there is basically, legitimately, I want to say zero monetization compared to any other game, right? And so you end up in this weird circumstance where it's like, everybody hates the idea of seasonal passes and everything, but also if Overwatch 1 was monetized better, they wouldn't have been able to justify abandoning the game. They just couldn't. And it's interesting because Blizzard has run into this problem in the past. Loot boxes, by the way, loot boxes in Overwatch are so generous compared to like every other game. Like, dude, they just toss loot boxes at you for just playing the game. And also, it's guaranteed to get a legendary after so many, and it's very fast to get the skins you want. I would say there is no skin in Overwatch that I've ever logged on, and I see somebody have a skin, I'm like, pog. I'm like, holy shit, that guy has that skin. I have never had that happen in Overwatch. I have played that game for so many years. It's only happened like once or twice, where it's usually like something like really weird. Maybe if they had like a promotional skin from a long time ago, like Pink Mercy. Yeah, but that's super different compared to any other game, right? Where other games, skins are so much more exclusive because they're all paywalled so much harder. And so anyway, what I'm saying is, even though Overwatch is a very pure game and people love the idea that like, dude, I can log on right now to Overwatch. There's no FOMO mechanics. There's no like dailies and weeklies. Like, I log on and the game says if I win 9 games, I get a skin sometimes. And they just like, and I get loot boxes for playing, and I click open and they just give me skins, and it's cool. And that's it. And then, but at the same time, because that's it, they can justify not updating the game for 2 years. Right? It's a give and take. They don't have as much invested as you do as a player. Doesn't that make it feel so empty? I don't think so. I think it makes it feel more pure, more normal. But then again, I'm a boomer. So on the internet, when I was young, I logged on to my favorite community server, 242CP, maybe my Badwater 24/7 server. I logged on to that every day at 8 p.m. and I had all my friends, and we'd log on every day at 8 p.m. and shoot the shit in voice chat. And we had our own little community. That's, that was how I grew up. So in the internet these days, it's a lot different. Boomer clap. It was truly the golden era. All right. Matchmaking ruined online video games. Prove me wrong. You can still do that. I know you can't. I know you can. Specifically, skill-based matchmaking ruined video games? Oh, God. Okay, I was just mostly memeing. Oh, no. Skill-based matchmaking, chat, is like this own... Dude, I love skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking is genuinely the most fun thing to troll people with, because I swear, man, I used to... There was like a year, basically. So, like, Overwatch hasn't had content, so, like, I've been sitting out there wandering the universe, just like swimming along. They're like, oh, Apex, I like that game. And I go over, I get every fucking Zoomer in my chat in that directory, dude. They all come in. They're all like 12 years old. I swear to God. And they're like, streamer, I hate skill-based matchmaking. I get put against Predator players every game. Do you think they need to remove skill-based matchmaking, streamer? And it's like nonstop. I swear. I promise you it exists. And so I just started trolling them. Like, I couldn't help myself. I was just like, yeah, skill-based matchmaking fucked my wife. Yeah, skill-based matchmaking kicked my dog. I just could not stop trolling these kids. Like, I just could not help myself, dude. COD players are exactly the same, dude. Like, it is. And the funny part is, in games like Valorant and Overwatch, I guess it's kind of weird because Overwatch is a very casual community, but also has the competitive side. We actually have skill-based matchmaking even in quick play. It's just very loose, right? But no one ever really gets that mad about it. For the most part, people are just kind of, it's okay. It's like, as a plat player, you can play against pretty much anybody and it's whatever. But then in ranked, it's pretty tight unless you sit in queue for a long time and it loosens up. There's some good pasta in chat right now. If you like skill-based matchmaking, it says a lot about you. You have no drive, no confidence, no resilience, no work ethic, probably won't make it anywhere in life. Dude, there's so many good pastas from other scenes. I don't know, man. And then there's like that one COD pro who actually is the source of the original shotgun pasta tweet. There was something like, shotguns do not belong in video games. I cannot think of one that is fun. There's so many. I don't know where all our Overwatch pastas are in terms of those, but there's good ones. Yeah, there it is. Shotguns do not belong in video games. I cannot think of one game / one shotgun that was skillful, but most importantly, fun to use. It is a weapon put in games for the sole purpose of catering to cowards. It's so good, dude. Fuck. Oh my God. God, dude. I am just waiting. Okay. So I meme about this, right? But those Apex and COD scenes of having all those zoomers and stuff like that, that's just the price of being a trending game at the time, right? And so, weirdly enough, Overwatch used to be one of those guys. Overwatch on Twitch used to be the most normie game imaginable. I used to get so much hate back in the day from being like, I came from TF2, which was a very like grassroots pretty edgy community, into Overwatch, and Overwatch was just like very much had that vibe, but like nobody had any idea what was to come later after that in terms of online popularity. Seagull, how do I climb? Yeah, I used to get that question a lot. Used to get that. Yeah, there's a lot of that now. Had a lot of babies first FPS games in the beginning. Yeah, and I think that's actually one of the strengths of Overwatch, but you will see that again, weirdly enough. I don't know how to put this. It's like right now, when Overwatch starts to get a lot more attention again, right now is still very isolated, right? Like the people, no offense, if you're watching an Overwatch stream in 2022 after 2 years of no content, you are a dedicated fan, right? There is nothing more about that. You probably are a very dedicated fan, dude. And so, you get those, there's going to be a lot more people in the community very soon in the Overwatch streams and directories and everything. And like, I'm barely active in the Overwatch community now, but it's going to be very interesting to see. It's going to be very cool. I got to call me out like that? Hey, man. Dude, bro, I play this game like 3 times a year right now. And I sit here crumbling. Dude, they send me like the smallest bit of juice and I'm just like, I fucking full dice in that shit, dude. I am in. And so, like, dude, you just wait. All right. I am waiting for Overwatch 2 shit. All right. I am all in. Full dice and all. Yeah, dude, the full dice.
Shields do not belong in video games. I cannot think of one game / one shield that was skillful, but most importantly, fun to use. It is a tool put in games for the sole purpose of catering to cowards.
True. Oh god, dude. People will play for 2 weeks and it'll go back into obscurity. See, I would normally not disagree with you too much. So typically the lifespan of games is what thank you for the 500-bit pasta. But what they are saying, right, with these announcements is specifically they want to make it a full live service game. And they want to update more than ever before. And they want to talk to the community more than ever before. Will they be able to live up to that? I don't know. I hope they do. I would love to play to log on to Overwatch every day. You know, Emong's in chat. I message Emong, yo Jeff, want to go duo queue? Be like quick gaming, dude. I would have a good time. I would have a good time. It would be fun. I would love to do that. Wasn't the whole having a full live service game the whole point of the first game? Yes, it was, which is why they had to apologize for saying like, we know we let you down in that whole part in that video, because they know they did. They know they did. Streamer wants 2017 back. Yo, I just want to log on and farm out a Genji skin with the hoodie, dude. And then log on and can you imagine playing Genji again, dude? I wander the streets. 6 years since single play Genji, dude. Feels good. Maybe Calvin will come back. All right, 1 sec. Let me get my Calvin check on. 1 sec. I'm going to actually... I have Calvin on Steam. I want to... We're talking about old school stuff. Bro, Calvin... All right, I want you all to know Calvin exists, okay? Here's his Steam profile, bro. He has played 200 hours of Lost Ark in the last 2 weeks. Holy fuck! I love you, Calvin. Please, dude, come back to Overwatch 2 when it finally comes out, please. Dude, he's a gamer? Bro, I love Calvin, dude. There are 168 hours in a week. Okay, so he filled in the other hours with other stuff. Stop doxing him. It's a Steam profile. Listen. Dude, Calvin is out there and he is gaming out of control. Okay? Stop doxing Calvin. It's a Steam profile. Just wait, dude. It's the prophecy. Calvin will return, and Overwatch 2 will return to its former glory. Isn't he a lawyer now? He's been waiting, biding his time. Rapture Bird, they were 54 months. It's amazing he gets his lawyer degree at the same time. Bro, Calvin is so good at life that he plays 200 hours in the last 2 weeks of Lost Ark and is a lawyer simultaneously. Also, chat, I have, dude, I don't know what I'm actually doing. Oh, hi, Kitty. You want to say hello? All right, see if I can pick him up. I moved too fast. If you want it, come here. If I try, sometimes he runs. He knows. He's just meowing at me. Won't stop. What do you want? Okay, I'm going for it. He runs in and runs out again. He's zooming. He can't stop. I should probably actually close my door. He's gonna zoom under my desk and hit my keyboard, or not keyboard. Dude, if I put a keyboard on my desk, that'd be really impressive. I mean, my cables. I'm kidding. Okay, so anything else we want to cover with Overwatch stuff that didn't happen yesterday? Yeah, my cat. He won't stop meowing. Is there anything else? The ping system? Ping system's cool. Yes, where are your eyebrows? They're there. They exist. Have you looked at their new hero looks? No, I haven't, but also, isn't it an updated engine? So it's like, it's always a little bit, like it's going to be just fancier. It's fine. Boys, we got him. What are you doing, kitty, huh? He just won't stop purring and meowing. He's trying to go to the mouse pad. You're not allowed on the mouse pad. No, you're not. Don't do it. What do you want? What's going on in your mind right now? Huh? Are you he's just purring out of control. Hi, baby. Okay. Wait, don't go to the mouse pad. And he's on the mouse pad. Goodbye. Well, ask the cat about Overwatch 2. I mean, he's just following me and meowing a lot. Well, honestly, I had nothing else to talk about today. And in fact, I wasn't planning on streaming until this fucking news just dropped. So, have you done the new Destiny 2 raid? I have not. I have not. They just posted some gameplay. No, they didn't. I don't believe you. So yeah, I'm out. Like, I'm literally just drive-buying this stream. I am just showing up. We get stun lock for Overwatch for an hour and a half, and I'm out. Good shot, good talk, good stream. I'll see you guys later. Kill the boss. I will kill the boss in Elden Ring tomorrow. I'm kidding. Wait, you want to say hello? Here. Wait. I gotta make sure I don't have. I have a bunch of mail on the ground. Wait, I'm gonna take that back. I don't want to accidentally leak my own address. All right, come here. You want to say goodbye? Enhance. You chat. Fortunately, I stream on a random like old webcam from 5 years ago. Even if there was mail on the ground, dude, you probably couldn't read my address anyway. I'm just being honest. You probably couldn't read it anyway. Stop doxing your cat. Dude. Okay. He's just in my lap now. So anyway, chat, I'm out. I'll see you later. Goodbye. Oh no, that's my headphones. Goodbye. Why does this happen to me? See you later.